Well, we could do the nose wiggle test, who can do it better.
It's pretty good. You got it?
That's
Can you do that?
pretty good.
Everything on your face moved apart from your nose.
really?
Your eyes, your mouth went, but no, the nose stayed exactly where it was.
Stayed the same. That's cute.
Is that?
They look cute.
And that's part of who he is. He
Part of the
wants to
character,
convince
yeah.
people who, that he is to be taken seriously, that he is as important as them, and that it's an effort to be grown up. It's an effort to want some
substance.
Yeah, substance, exactly. And that was part of the reason for it. But that's different when you're going to Nando's, because it's not the 1940s, and people just assume you're a hipster.
Interestingly enough, I lost a bet to Domhnall, and on the last day of the shoot, I was obliged to direct in costume.
Yeah.
And the costume that he picked for me was that of a sort of 1940s pilot.
Oh, okay.
So I had a hat, epaulets, and the makeup department gave me a fabulous moustache.
Yeah.
And I actually really like it.
He loved it.
I do like it. I might
Hoping
use
we'll
it as
see that in the
publicity.
DVD extras, maybe.
Well, I have a photo. I'll show it to you after.
That should be the screen on the DVD.
Shouldn't it?
That you pick, it's just you like that, and then you click on the little stranger, which is the moustache.
Excellent.
It could twirl and then you could go in.
Lenny and Domhnall, it's wonderful to see you again, and congratulations on The Little Stranger. First of all, when the three of us chatted before, collectively, as a group, for Frank, I think about 4 years ago, Lenny, you were saying that the process of bringing out a new film and watching it with an audience was like being peeled in front of everybody. And Domhnall made that exact face when you said that as well.
Yeah.
That is, it
Yeah.
remains disgusting.
It's actually
It's
Marco
disgusting.
Halloran's analogy. He says like peeling a prawn. That's what he feels like.
Oh, God.
It's a great
That is
description.
so... What did you have a
I
imaginary
didn't
friends?
know, but we're one of four. There's so many people
That's true.
around. I've one of 4 kids, and so is Domhnall. So I don't know, it's like more like having quiet time.
Yeah,
Having
imaginary
nobody
quiet
around,
time.
exactly. Pretending they're all gone.
Charlotte Rampling is in it. Ruth Wilson is in it. Will Poulter and Liv Hill. So you've got just the best of British actors in there as well. So that is my pitch.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
That was a fabulous description of the film, which you could never have been that pithy.
no. Well, I'm not in it.
No, I know, but it was just like it was complete. That was well done.
Thank you very much.
More than welcome.
Well, Mark's. Oh, well, that's very good. Okay. So, and this is based
I
on.
feel awkward now.
It's based
That's
on
how we like our guests.
Oh, good.
You haven't been fully peeled.
Haven't been fully peeled.
Fully peeled. Well, Domhnall, you can look forward to being peeled with some audience at some point.
Yeah, I look forward to it very much.
You both know what it's like to be involved in adaptations.
When I was younger, it wasn't mischievous. It was more about payback. There was a guy who I didn't like, who was in the media in Ireland and had said something about my dad or something like that. And me and my brother had a thing, and he happened to be there, and we put a load of butter in his pockets when he wasn't looking.
Oh, your weird stories.
Yeah.
What's happening? The cabbage, the
It's not
butter.
normal. Yeah.
I think that's why you got this role, because they needed a formidable enemy against Peter Rabbit.
Yeah. Don't mess with me, or I'll
Exactly,
put butter in your pockets.
Yeah, Yes. payback.
Yeah. That was really nice and brilliant. You can trust JJ, so that's brilliant. And he did such an amazing job with 7, and obviously he'll do an incredible job on 9. So, yeah, this is my way of saying something without actually saying anything, obviously, which is boring for everybody. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see it myself, which is nice.
I can imagine. Yeah. Oh God Almighty!
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Before the upheaval.
Yeah. Or I travel back to the time I ordered the scampi in that restaurant and got food poisoning, and I should have ordered the steak instead. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I like the way you use your special powers.
Yeah.
Now, Domhnall, obviously you've played bad men before. In a way, Faraday, I suppose, is kind of a more mundane kind of bad man. Well, that's the way I was kind of reading him anyway. But between your other villainous characters, are you just slowly moving into, like, I just want people to dislike me and be frightened of me in general? Or do you feel this kind of, I'm going through a period of, like, I like these kind of characters?
One too many kind of, wrong orders given to me in restaurants. And I've decided if people were more scared, maybe I'd get what I ordered.
Maybe you get what you want.
Yeah, I think that's the level.
Yes, which we won't talk about.
No.
Because we're not Tom Courtenay,
Exactly.
who demands to talk about nothing other than the last scene in the film and exactly what happens.
Always gives the
Hello, I'm Tom Courtenay. My new film ends with so and so dying.
Do you remember? Brilliant.
So he's like a collaborator in that sense, that you're directing him, but also using his insights into the character to help you understand the film as a director. So that, you know, and on the negative side, I mean,
it was all going so well. We can wrap this up now, I think. We could probably.
He's obviously very challenging as a human being, but you know, we get through it.
Yeah. I wouldn't think of him as being a bad man. I think he's got badness in him the way that everybody does. I just think that the society that he grew up in, the family he grew up in, has planted a lot of seeds in him that have the potential of kind of, you know, really not turning into very nice trees. Is that
right.
Is that a metaphor?
That's
I've done there?
Seeds, acorns
The orchard
of his childhood could lead to a rotten apple.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
fucking
beautiful.
nailed it. Now, if you don't mind me saying that, it's
Now
just killer.
I should be writing that down.
That's the next
Somebody
one.
will, yeah.
That's the next one.
Fine at a blockbuster, at a quiet film, perhaps don't go for popcorn.
Yeah, that would be me as well. Nothing too smelly and nothing too loud, unless it's a loud film.
My brother's girlfriend ate a tuna melt during hunger, so
I'm
not going to tell you which brother
you.
and which brother's girlfriend, but
That is absolutely amazing. I'd say it tasted fantastic.
it must have felt so good, yeah. He's nice, he kind of, yeah.
He's very intimidated by my
stuff.
looks. I think that's a thing that he finds.
And likewise,
and
I think both of us are probably just intimidated by each other's looks.
Exactly. That's the
where it comes
problem.
from.
IMDb says you're filming at the moment. How is filming going? That's great. Well, listen, best of luck with The Little Stranger. Thanks for that, Lenny. Lovely to see you again.
Is it true that when you got the script the first time round that you were slated for a different part?
Yes, yeah. Lenny had called me about a different role in the film, and
Which role did he want you to?
I won't say because a great actor ended up playing it. It might not be the one that you expect, but it was.
You played the little girl.
When I read it.
6-year-old girl. Yeah. No, we want to stretch you in this part.
Did it with it was all motion capture.
Yeah, that was still me. I mean, I still played that part. Obviously, I'm not going to give up a role.
Were these the kind of movies that when you were growing up that you were kind of drawn to? Because it reminded me of lots of different ones, stuff like Rosemary's Baby, and then there's other kind of these kind of dramas in there. I mean, were there movies when you were younger that you kind of watched and you thought this was kind of similar to those?
Yeah, once I kind of graduated to watching films for grown-ups, you know, like every time I say adult drama, it sounds like I'm talking about a porno. It's happened behind closed doors, and oftentimes you just turn up and you deal with what's there, and there's loads of fun to be had in that too. But just it's like a long-term relationship as opposed to a fling, you know. I should stop talking immediately. But
without the STDs.
Well, speak for yourself.